Hello to all. Welcome to the learning session. I am Yogita. Our subject is psychiatry nursing, and today we are learning about the principle of mental health nursing. As you all know, we are having a 12 important principle in psychiatry nursing, and I'll just brief about this principle today. The first principle is accept the patient exactly he is. It means that you accept the patient without making any preoccupied ideas about him, like without expecting how the patient should be or based on their age, gender, class, caste, or any social status. Without keeping in all these things in mind, we should accept the patient exactly how they are, like their behavior. Even the patient is dirty also, it's okay, we have to accept. And for this you need to have sincerity towards the patient. You should have a quality of listening to your patient, and you should be non-judgmental with your patient and allow the patient to express their feeling. When you do all these things impartially, it will be easy for the nurse to accept the patient exactly how he is. And a second principle is use self-understanding as a therapeutic tool. Here, nurse must have a realistic approach so that she must aware about herself regarding her strength and weakness, her limitations, her power, everything. So that will help the nurse to easily understand the mentally ill people. And next, the third principle is the consistency behavior to increase the patient emotional maturity. Here a patient's security and safety is really very important, and for that reason we have to maintain the consistency in our duty ward routine. Even a same staff nurse is providing a continuity of the care to a patient is really benefit, so that person, the patient will develop a good relationship, a confidence with the staff nurses, and it's very important to build up the confidence in a patient. And a fourth principle is give reassurance to the client in accepted manner. Now mainly we are giving reassurance, positive rewards to the clients to build up their confidence level. Now if we make any assurance, if we made any promises and we are not fulfilling that promises, that means we are breaking the confidence of that patient. For that we are not supposed to make any false assurance to the patient. Always we'll make a real assurance and a positive assurance, and we will fulfill that promises and change the patient behavior to the emotional experience and not by rational interpretations. That means here we are not supposed to use any physical and verbal force on patient to change their behavior. Physical force means harassing, beating, giving physical punishment to the patient, and a verbal force means we are using strong words and using some negative words. We are making some negative comment on the patient so that they feel low of confidence. So that we are not supposed to use, and we can change the behavior of a patient to emotional experience. That means we can use a different technique like role play and ventilating their feel their feelings and doing some social drama. Such things will help us to change or mold the behavior of our patient. Then avoid approach which will increase the client anxiety. Here we should avoid such situations which will unnecessarily create the anxiety in client. That means a nurse should not express her fear or anxiety in front of patient, and you don't you're not supposed to call the patient from their back and touch their immediately from their back, which will increase the fear or anxiety in patient. And always don't put the patient down, and don't use a negative comment on the patient, pass a negative comment. Always focus on a deficiency on your patient. That will really break down the patient, so that will create the unnecessary anxiety in patient. And the next principle is objective observation of the patient to understand his behavior. It's very important that we observe the patient. Even when we write a nursing care plan, we will maintain subjective data and objective data. What do you see and what they say has to be clearly observed. Here patient may say that he is good, but his expressions shows that something else is mismatching. So a nurse should have a very clear close observation of her patient, so that it will be really help the nurse to provide the good qualitative mental health care to her patient. Then maintain a therapeutic, a realistic nurse patient relationship. It's very important nurse will have a therapeutic relationship with the patient. So it's not a very close intimate relationship, it's not a relationship like as how we have in a family. It's mainly called as a nurse patient therapeutic relationship. Here a main goal is to treat the patient, and in this relationship we should have trustworthy, and we should maintain a good relationship with the patient, so that patient can seek the help anytime and you are able to give a helping hand to the patient anytime. And avoid physical and verbal force or avoid physical and verbal force on patient as much as possible. As how I said, we are not supposed to give any physical emotional harassment to the patient. That will really make the condition worsen. Here, when we are working in a mental health setup, we need to provide a good quality care to the patient, because we are treating with the people those are suffering with a mental disorder with or emotional disturbance. So as much as possible, such kind of treatment has to be avoided. Then, providing nursing care to the patient as a person, not for his symptom. That's what we have to keep in mind. Like, nursing care should be centered to the patient. Now, we may have two different patients, two different diagnoses, but they may present the same complaints, but their need may be different. So here we have to consider what's the exactly need of that patient, and we have to provide that quality of care to the patient. Just reducing the signs and symptoms and making him to comfortable, making him to not to raise up with any other complaint is not a goal. The main goal is to treat the patient, meet his physical and psychological need. And the next principle is explain a routine and procedure to the patient understanding level. It's very important that whatever the procedure we do, we have to explain that to the patient. Maybe a ward routine has to be explained to the patient. It's not only explaining, it's very important that you should to go to the understanding level of a patient. Maybe now you're dealing with a patient who is suffering with some psychiatric disorder and he is not able to understand English, and you are going to explain everything for them in English which you really don't understand. Then there is no point. Okay, now the thing is that you have to go to the level of your patient understand. It's not that I am exhibiting my knowledge in front of patient. It's that I am taking a maximum effort to go to the patient level and explain the things to them, so that they will have a clear understanding. That's what as a nurse I have to do. And the final principle is to maintain and retain the basic nursing principle to suit the patient while performing the ward nursing procedures. The principle itself says that we are not supposed to make any malformation in the basic principles or the basic criteria in a procedures what we are doing, but we can bring some changes according to the need. For example, I can give you one example now. Like, you know that patient is little restless, and if he is sleeping on a cot bed, he may fall and they may have an injury. So for a safer side, what we can do is, when there is no bystander or when we don't have any other equipment to provide side railings, we can prepare a bed on a floor. Now the basic principle should be same. I am just modifying the procedure, but the basic principle I am not changing. Like preparing a bed, there should not be any wrinkles, bed should be soft, it should be clean, neat, tidy. So all the principle exactly I am following, but I just change the principle, I just change the procedure, that instead of on the cot, I am preparing it on the floor, so that even the patient is restless or fall from the bed, your mattress is not going to get any harm. So this is what this principle says. So today we discuss a main 12 principle of psychiatric nursing, which is really very important, and we can expect this question for 5 marks. So I'll just summarize the 12 principles. First one is accept the first principle is accept the patient exactly how he is, and self-understanding, you can use it as a therapeutic tool. The use consistency behavior to increase the patient emotional maturity. Give assurance to the patient in acceptable manner. Change the patient behavior to the emotional experience and not with the rational interference. And avoid approaches which will create unnecessary anxiety in patient. Objective observation is really very important, which will help you to deal with your patient. And maintain the realistic nurse-patient relationship. Avoid physical and verbal force on your patient. And the 10th principle is the nursing care to the patient as a person, not merely to treat his symptoms. And the next principle is explain the routine and procedure to your patient as per his level of understanding. And the last principle says that maintain and retain the basic nursing principle to provide a care, but we can bring some changes in nursing procedures. I mean nursing what procedures. So this is what the 12 important principle. We can list the principles as per the question requirement. If it is asked for 2 marks, 5 marks, you can list the principles. If it is more marks, we just elaborate with the suitable examples. I hope this topic is very clear to you all, and in a very short, in the next video I'll catch you with some new concept in psychiatric nursing. Please watch the video and give your reviews, which is really helpful for us. Thank you.